What up guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Ron Tom from Wrench-a-holics, and for today's video we're going to be going over the custom DIY universal GPS speedometer on a 240. So got a lot to do, let's get to it.
Alright guys, so we are back. Here it is. This is the GPS speedometer that I've been working on for the longest time. If you guys noticed, my gauge cluster is missing a speedometer because of this. Since I went with the custom cluster, I decided to go with something a little bit more, I guess, outside the box. I didn't want something that's in it, like in the actual cluster itself. So I went ahead and made one of these. I pretty much got this one off of eBay. It's a universal GPS signal speedometer, and the other three in the back are parts that my friend from work made for me. So in white right here, this one is the casing for the GPS unit. That one's made out of PLA, and then this one here is made out of resin, as well as the clear resin. So with that being said, my plan is to basically make it a HUD so that the GPS will be able to be visible on the screen right here. So just a little bit more recap on this. This white base plate is made out of PLA, and the gray one's made out of resin. The only difference between the two, as mentioned before, is that PLA is less forgiving when it comes to sanding and smoothing out versus PLA. This one's a little bit more forgiving. It's a modular piece, so pretty much the GPS will sit inside it, and then you have that top trim covering it with 3 bolts holding it down. And then, as you can see on the top right here, this little line, you have a provision that will hold the screen when you place it in. So it's like a credit card slot, think of it that way. So the thing is completely modular, super cool. The way how my friend designed it. When I came to him, I told him how I wanted it to be, and then he just fashioned this up on CAD and printed it out for me. So alright, again, so this is the top of the base plate right here that holds the GPS unit. As you can see, the credit card slot as mentioned before, and here is the projector screen. It's still at a rough cut. I haven't sanded it down. I basically just got these parts yesterday. So if you can see this little lifted edge right here, that is going to be on that unit, inserted like a credit card, and that's going to be pretty much the tilted screen for the GPS unit to shine the speed on right here. I'm going to put it together and show you how that looks like. Alright, so that's pretty much how it will look like when you put it all together. As you can see, the base plate right here, and then you have the screen attached to it right here. So pretty much that is the unit together, screen with base plate connected. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put the actual thing together. I'll put the GPS unit within the holder, or the base plate I should say, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that screen on, and then you'll see the full image once I get it done. Alright, so there you guys have it. That is the complete unit. As you can see, you have the GPS unit right here in the base plate holder, and then you have the tilted screen so that you can be visible. I forgot to show you the back side of the bottom of the base plate. It is contoured for my upper steering trim for the 240, so it's going to be pretty much on there, snug fit. I still don't know how I'm going to attach it. I don't want to do like double side sticky tape or anything like that, or Velcro. I really want it to be sturdy, but that is the unit, so kind of excited, can't wait to get it together. But we need to prep the parts out. So with that being said, I'm going to go and put you guys on a tripod. I'm probably going to start with the screen real quick. We're going to try to sand it down, crystallize it so that it becomes really smooth and almost transparent. And then we're going to go, and then I'm going to decide whether I want to go with the PLA or the resin. Since I have both, I'll just mix and match and see what I can do. But there it is, guys. That is my Speedo. Been working on it for a couple months now. But it should be a good addition to the 240. So let's get to it. Alright, so this is the screen. As mentioned before, we're going to go ahead and just try to smooth out the edge real quick. There's still a little bit of pieces attached onto the edges right here. That's not so smooth. So we're going to go ahead and smooth that out with some sandpaper. I'm going to probably start out with 1000 grit, if not a little bit lower, just to get it rough cut on it and get the edges smooth. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and start smoothing out the screen right here so that it can become transparent. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 20-30 minutes, and I'll give you guys an update when I'm done. Alright guys, so there you guys have it. That is the screen, the projector screen, now all finished up. I pretty much went ahead and used, like, you know, some fine grit sandpaper. So I think this one right here is about 1,000, and then this one right here is about 3,000. It's really fine. And then went ahead and hit it with a little polishing pad, wet sanding pretty much. And then we got some like headlight restoration rubbing compound. So with that being said, this is pretty much what you get in the end. You can pretty much see, like, if I were to put it right here, and not see the edges, right? So you can see the edges right now, but if I were to go close and eliminate the edges off the screen, you can pretty much see like there's nothing there. So that is exactly what I wanted, crystal clear. So again, there's the edges, no edges. So pretty much what it was before was this little edge right here. You can see it. I'm trying to shine in the light, but you can see it right there. It's kind of rough cut, and then look where my finger is at, my pointer finger on the actual screen. You can see it. So with that being said, that is pretty much it on that end. Damn, that's crazy, dude. I didn't even know I can do that. So now the next thing we're gonna do is do the housing, get that thing all set up, and we are almost there. This thing is crazy. Yo, look at that. That is amazing. Oh yeah, let me see what I can do here. Check this out. Screen. So there is a packaging with no screen on it and with screen on it. So you can pretty much tell, like, this thing is like crystal clear. Yo, check this out. I mean, you can tell that it's on there because obviously you see the light. But look at that, dude. Crystal clear. That's gonna be sick. Look at that, dude. That's amazing. Wow. And so we're also gonna do another test. This was this is after sanding and all that, prepping the screen. And then on the bottom I really didn't do anything. So the part that sticks into the holder that actually keeps this thing upright is not prepped. So you can see, look at that. That's a big difference. And the filament that I'm gonna be putting on, which is like the reflective screen, it came with the GPS unit, so I'm gonna be sticking that on there like so. I sort of eliminated, you know, the fact that, you know, it was crystal clear. Oh, my bad. It was crystal clear, but now it won't be. But I really wanted to have like a clear screen. It would have been great if I can incorporate that reflective screen, excuse me, within the PLA. But I don't think there's any way to print that out unless you print it out in some type of reflective film, even if that's possible. But again, damn, dude, look at that. That is amazing. Can't believe it. I'm so stoked about this. So we're almost there, guys.
So as you can see, the reason why I need a HUD is because I don't have a speedometer. So I needed a HUD, or a heads-up display speedo, in order to know how fast I'm going. You know, gotta go to speed limit. But anyways, so here is the mount. We went ahead and just sprayed it black. I had two versions of this. One was white, which is the one I was prepping, and then another version which came out gray. And then that version was printed at a higher quality, so we used that version, and all I did was just shoot some paint on it so that it's black, because obviously I have everything else in here is black. So we went ahead and did that. Simple wiring. In order to power up the HUD, you just need a USB connector, and this one is it runs off of 5 volts USB, so you gotta find yourself a USB hardwire. So I bought this one on eBay as well, and then I just spliced it in power ground to the existing subcluster harness. So whenever that turns on, that turns on. So basically whatever triggers the gauges to turn on is the same trigger that turns on the HUD. With that being said, we went ahead and wired that up. Everything ran behind the cluster panel here, and went ahead and mounted the custom mount here onto the upper steering wheel trim, or the upper steering column, the trim piece. And the next thing we need to do is prepare the HUD screen so that we can put the reflective film that comes with the GPS unit that you would normally affix to the windshield here in this area, wherever you want it. But we're gonna go ahead and affix it to that transparent heads-up display so that it'll project right here. This is the transparent heads-up display with the reflective film. The film is universal, so you gotta cut the trim So pretty much, as you can see, you almost see my reflection and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and mount this up onto the GPS mount, and then we're pretty much done with the install. Obviously, once you turn on the car, the GPS unit will take care of itself. It's gonna run through its diagnostics and then obviously try to search for a signal. And then once it searched for a signal, the GPS unit is gonna be fully functional, and then you'll be able to drive and go about your business. So there you guys have it. That is the heads-up display reflective film, all mounted up onto the GPS mount, which is mounted onto the upper steering column trim. Again, it's not no Broadfield, but it works. Obviously, I just need to know how fast I'm going, you know, so we don't get the pose, you know, we don't get the attention. But anyways, the reason for it, obviously, because I don't have a speedo. I am using a custom gauge cluster. If you guys haven't seen that video, I made this a while back, and it took a little bit of trial and error. Had some issues with the turn signals, had some issues with the fuel level, but we got it all worked out. I would say the only thing that's kind of a boo-boo for this is that any universal GPS unit has delayed refresh rate. So what ends up happening is that you are going either slower or a little bit faster than what the speed is posted on here, due to the fact that there is a little refresh rate that that has to happen. The unit has to send a signal, and the signal has to be received, and then obviously the data is represented on your screen. So there is a little bit of a delay, but at least you know you're at or around the ballpark, you know what I'm saying? So that's the key factor here for me, is I just want to make sure I'm not going too fast. Obviously, we don't want that. But anyways, there you guys have it. Again, that is the install. Super short. I guess you could say it's a DIY. The only really thing you really need to have or have access to is someone who knows how to 3D print something. So if you come up with your own design, 3D print it and then do your thing. But anyways, as you can see, transparent, so I can see right through it, and I can see my, what gauge is that? Oh, that's my tack. So I can literally see right through it and see my tack. You know, I have two readings. So I got tack right there, and I also have the tack from the Power FC. So it is what it is. But the tack, that is the wideband, that is the boost gauge, fuel, temp gauge, and my little turbo timer / voltmeter. So again, this is pretty much a setup. I know you can probably put it all in one unit, but I didn't want that. But maybe in the future I'll look into that, but for now this is the setup. It works, I like it. But a lot of you guys have been asking about this. Every time I seem to post a picture for some reason about my interior, and the first thing people ask or notice or want to know is what the hell this is. So there you guys have it. That is the GPS speedometer. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys like it. Super short, super simple. If you're cool with the wiring, you're good to go. If you're not, it might take a little bit more effort, but again, super clean, man. I like it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and till next time. Guys, that is a wrap on the custom speedometer install on the 240. It's not really, I would say more of a mod, and it's not really like a bolt-on, because you do have to have, if anything, the most important part is have someone who can 3D print a design that you made or something, because in order for you to make, or in order for you to have the look that I have, you sort of have to have someone who has the ability to print out a base for you, to print out the screen for you, and everything else will follow as far as you buying the GPS unit off of Amazon or eBay, whichever. You can buy them both anywhere. But they give you everything you need. But in order for you to get the look that you're going for, like the look I'm going for, you basically have to have someone who has a 3D printer. Primarily one that prints like PLA or ABS, and then also a resin. The resin one is what the screen is made out of, and that is the key for it to be see-through, and also for you to adhere the HUD projector screen too, because normally you would adhere that screen to your windshield. The windshield obviously is flat, it's a good base, so you can't really adhere that to like PLA because there's gonna be ridges. So a resin printer is what you need in order to get that screen. But anyways, that's a wrap on the video. I hope you guys like it. Like, comment, subscribe. And also, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you like the videos, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, give your boy a follow. But yeah, that's a wrap. And for my day ones out there, you already know what time it is. Hype is for the moment, and style is forever. Deuces.